Hey everyone, welcome to this very special episode of FYI Design. Now I am doing a baby room for one of my closest friends. Her name is Heather, who I'll refer to as Baby Mama from now on. I've known her for over 11 years. She was actually my roommate at one point, and we worked on cruise ships together. Great, she's having her first baby. It's going to be a girl. So she has agreed to let me design the room for her. She has not seen it. She will not see it until it is revealed, which you will see. She came up with the theme, and that's it. It's an Alice in Wonderland theme. She found a chandelier at Lowe's.com that was a teapot with some teacups. It's a beautiful chandelier. That was the inspiration for Alice in Wonderland, and then I just ran with it. It's really an amazing transformation. I mean, something that you will not believe. Like, I even impressed myself. Now, it's hard to impress me. I impressed myself. I can't believe it. So let's take a look at the entire process, from painting to picking out items to just completely dressing the room, and again, doing it with my #1 motto: do it cheap. You can do it cheap and it looks like $1 million, like it came out of a baby boutique. And again, you want this room to transition well from a baby room to a little girl's room. It's going to have hours and hours and hours of fun playing in this Alice in Wonderland themed bedroom. So let's get started. I love it! Alright, here's a look at the room. Now, as you can see, it is a blank slate. This is my favorite kind of room because you can do anything to it. Now, the first step in this room is to paint the molding, the baseboards, and the window trim. I firmly believe that all baseboards should be white. It just really makes the wall color pop. This was my inspiration. My motto is: find something you love, something you can't live without, and work around that. Whether it be a sofa, a rug, a coffee table, a picture, whatever it is, find that one thing that you absolutely love and build everything else around that. And that's what I did. I found this awesome mushroom print baby bedding. It's for the crib. Just so happens that the baby mama Heather, she loves mushrooms. She loves the vintage print. She just so happens to have these amazing retro mushroom print canisters in her kitchen. So I said, what perfect jumping off point, because Alice in Wonderland, she goes and talks to the caterpillar on top of the mushroom. This was my inspiration for the color scheme. We've got the greens, we've got the yellows, we've got the chocolate brown, and we've got our accent color orange, the pop of orange that makes everything just so vibrant and alive in the room. This was my jumping off point, and I did everything in the room off of this baby bedding because I loved it. You're gonna see in the room, it's gonna look amazing. So, let's check it out. Now, before we paint the room, I'm going to measure for a chair rail. Now, I wanted a high chair rail, so I measured 51 inches, and then realized it was too low because it ran into our light switch, so I changed it to 53.5 inches. So I made 53.5 inch marks around the room, and then it's just like when you were a kid, connect the dots with your tape. Alright, now we have all the baseboards painted a nice bright white. Now our next step is to paint the first color on the bottom half of this wall, because that's where we're going to be using our perfect edge paint technique. Now, we're going to be painting chocolate brown, then with our tape we're going to be putting a lattice pattern, and then paint it again brown, and then we're going to add our bright green on top of that. It's going to look great. Alright, here we go. First step, paint 2 coats of chocolate brown on the lower half of the room. While the chocolate brown paint is drying on the lower half, I went ahead and taped off an area in the upper half that will be painting white, because this is going to be a key focal point above the crib. Wait till you see this. And now we're going to paint the upper half of the room our awesome pale yellow, and I'm starting by cutting in the edges with my paintbrush instead of using tape. Now you'll notice we're painting the ceiling yellow as well. Now that is my new favorite thing. I love painting the ceiling the same color as the wall. And while the yellow's drying, I'm painting the insert a bright white. Alright, well now it's the fun and tedious part. It's time to put on our tape for our lattice pattern. Now here's what I did. I just eyeballed the first piece of tape. I liked this angle right here, so I just put a piece of tape. Then I took this scrap piece of bamboo flooring that was around the house, and I'm going to use this as my guide. So what I did, I put this piece of tape, then I put this bamboo flooring right here, and that gave me how wide each stripe will be. Then once I had this up, I put this other piece of tape at the same angle, and then I use this also as the width guide for this piece of tape. Now I'll continue this all the way around the room. It's going to take a long time, but believe me, it's going to be worth it. Once you take this tape off, it's going to be a brown lattice pattern, and we're going to paint over this in our nice green. It's going to look so good. So I got to get started. Now here is the room completely taped. This took me 3.5 hours. I was so tired. Then it's time to apply our perfect edge paint technique by painting the chocolate brown over the tape. The brown paint is dry, and now it's time to paint on our bright green. Are we done painting yet? Oh my God, this is taking forever. Alright, it's my favorite part now. We get to take off the tape. We get to see our beautiful design. The paint is dry. It's time to remove it. Let's do it. But do it carefully at a sharp angle, remember. Okay, so when I was taking off the tape, I actually got so excited I almost started to cry. I had to take a break and call my friend and tell him how amazing this was going to look. I really did impress myself. Now adding a chair rail is so easy. You just find the wood you like, you measure the wall, cut the piece, and nail it up. I mean, it's that easy. We happen to get this piece of wood for $3.12 for an 8-foot length. And look at the transformation. Now we also cut molding to put around our white insert above the crib, and we added molding around where the chandelier is gonna go. Now don't worry, we're taking down that ugly ceiling fan light. We're putting up a beautiful chandelier. It's gonna look so cool. Hey everyone, guess what's next? My best friend stopped by. It's my best friend Cock. It's time to cock around all of our new molding. Alright, it's time to put up our Alice in Wonderland decal. We got this beautiful decal on eBay for $12. Now, I've never done a decal before, so we're going to be learning together, but it's going to look amazing. We're going to put it right here in this beautiful white spot that we framed. It's going to look amazing, so let's do it. Now, the first step is to get the decal in position. Tape it to the wall where you think you want it, and then use your tape measure to measure all 4 sides to make sure they're equal. With this decal, we'll be using the top hinge method. We put a piece of tape along the top of the decal, press it firmly to the wall, and then lift it up like a hinge and peel the backing off. Then I'm just using a credit card and pressing firmly from top to bottom, and then side to side. Now, at a very sharp angle, peel the paper off very slowly. Alright, we have most of our painting done. What we're going to do is we're just going to add some fun stuff. Now what I found is some great rubber stamps at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. We have a key, we have some teacups, some mushrooms, a bunny rabbit, and a crown. Now all of these together are different themes and different things in Alice in Wonderland. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp them in our accent color orange in the middle of our diamonds, just sporadically. Not every diamond will have them, but some of them will. So it's just to add a little fun in the bottom half of our room. So let's do it. So I painted my orange paint onto a piece of cardboard, and then I did a few practice stamps. Once I felt comfortable, it was time to stamp it on the wall. And look how amazing these turned out. We have our crown, our teacups, our bunny, and the key. We're also changing the receptacles from the nicotine yellow color to white. Now, this is very easy. When you take it off, make sure you hit the breaker to kill all the power, remove the wires, and then put the wires on the new receptacle in the exact same place you took them off. It is just that easy. Well, this concludes part 1 of our Alice in Wonderland nursery. Stay tuned to part 2, where you'll see all the fun accessories plus the big reveal to Heather the baby mama. You will not want to miss this.